Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Carrie, and I am here to give you a little bit of commentary slash review slash just, spilling the tea on Pop Rock and New Year's Evil. Oh my gosh, you guys. Brian and I got home yesterday. We went on, okay, yeah, December. That would be December. December 30th. We got home yesterday, which was January 2nd. We had a blast, like beyond anything I can even describe, you guys. This is the second convention held by our dear friends Scott and Michelle Hewitt and their family in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania at the Eisenhower slash Aspire Hotel. And oh my God, you guys, this was so much fun. I hate when I shoot like this because I always look off to the side, so please don't be distracted. Although now that I pointed it out, it's even more obvious. But anyway, basically, Scott's idea for this one was for it to be a gathering of friends and branch out, expand the pop rock and horror family. And oh, by the way, let's just have some awesome celebrity friends of the con too. So we had three returning guests from the first pop rock and horror, which was end of May into beginning of June this past year. Felissa Rose, Beverly Randolph, and David Howard Thornton were return guests, and oh my gosh, I love them so much. Felissa and Beverly have been friends of mine for years, and David is a newer friend since May, and we had a lot of really great quality time together at this con. I freaking adore all three of them. They are such special people. And then we had three newbies. We had Tuesday Night, who is also a buddy who I've met twice before at another con and now got to spend time with again at this con. I love Tuesday. She's so awesome. And shout out to her mama Dorothy, who I also adore. And then we had two other newbies, Jennifer Banco, aka Jenna, and oh my gosh, William Butler. Brain fart on blondes, and they were all so awesome. Like, Jenna is like a soul sister now. William was a riot, just so amazing and kind and sweet. And then we reunited with so many friends. The agents for Felissa, actually everybody there except for David, are represented by our dear friends Mike Perez and Samantha Osborne, and we love us some Mikey and Sam too. So it was amazing to spend time with them again. And then just our extended family. The Moyers, Erin and Addison and Trey, our dear friend Abby, Buck and Kevin. Gosh, I could go on. Martha, Steve. I'm trying to shout out as many people as I can. I don't want to forget people. Lisa and Jeff. Obviously, as I said, the entire Hewitt family, which is, of course, Scott and Michelle and Cameron and Shane and my girl Brookie Cookie. Just so many amazing people there. I know I'm forgetting people. Oh God, Jess and Chuck, and who I finally got to meet, my girl Jess's boyfriend Chuck. He's such a sweet guy. Oh my gosh, there's so many people, and I know I'm forgetting so many people, but we made so many new friends. Wisteria Girl, I freaking worship you. We were separated at birth. I just adore you. Like I said, Dave and I definitely got closer and became like friends, I feel like, at this con. Oh my gosh, Meg and I'm forgetting everybody. I should have had a list. But so many Steph. Oh God, so many special people. And like I said, I hate that I'm forgetting names, which is why I usually don't mention names, but you guys deserve to be mentioned. Oh my God, Fletcher, of course, Rick Fletcher. My brother from another mother, follow him. He's got a YouTube channel. Addison, our friend Erin and Trey's daughter, has an amazing YouTube channel. I will post links to both of those in the Dropbox. They're dear friends. I worship and adore them. Oh gosh, I know I'm forgetting so many people. I apologize. My heart has not forgotten you. I'm just blonde and stupid and can't remember you all off the top of my head right now. But Donna Jean, oh, I'm just going to spontaneously like spout out names as I think of them, and I realize who I've forgotten, but I know there's so many more of you I've forgotten. But it was such a special con for so many reasons. There were so many unique elements to this. Like the first Pop Rock and Horror, switching hands, so I'm going to have a weird shadow, but my arm is getting crampy. Okay, let me see if I can do this without blocking the camera. Okay, yeah, it's really shadowy, but sorry guys, my comfort comes before your visuals. I look like ass anyway. But there's so many special elements about pop rock and horror. The first pop rock and horror, first of all, had karaoke, which was one of the funnest things I've ever done in my life. And yes, funnest should be a word. It is not technically, but in my vocabulary, it is spouted out frequently. So much fun. There was an outdoor bonfire, and there was no VIP. There is no VIP at any of Scott's events, which I love. Everybody's on the same level. Everybody participates as a family. No one is higher or lower or has, there's no exclusivity to events. Everybody's involved in everything. And that includes the guests. The stars are, welcome to and actively do participate in all the events. And that is so special. But the special elements for this event, I mean, first of all, who does a New Year's Eve, horror con? Oh my God. Brian and I, like, legit do not go out on New Year's Eve. We attempted to go to Disney once when we lived in Florida, and we went to Epcot, and it was like just such a cluster. It looked as crazy. It felt as crazy to us as Times Square looks. And I'm a native New Yorker. I've lived on Long Island. I was born and raised here. Short of 8 years that we lived in Florida, I've lived here in the very house I'm sitting in the very bedroom I'm sitting in right now, my entire life. So 39 of my 47 years. Fuck, I'm not. I'm 46. Damn it. Abby, keep reminding me I'm 46. I'm 46. I keep telling everybody I'm 47. I'll be 47 in May. 46. So 38 of my 46 years I have lived in New York on Long Island. I've never gone to Times Square on New Year's Eve. I don't ever plan to. That is way too people-y and scary and just intimidating and just claustrophobic, and just no. So we attempted a Disney New Year's Eve thinking it wouldn't be that crazy. It was so crazy. We literally got back in our car. We did a loop around the countries in World Showcase, and we came home. We literally drove like an hour and 15 minutes there, walked around for like a half hour. Actually, it was probably longer than that because we had to get through the crowds of drunk people, and drove back home. That was our one other attempt at going out on New Year's Eve. We never do. We just don't. So to have a New Year's Eve that we were actually out and about and surrounded by friends and our chosen family in this safe, warm, accepting environment. I always like to say to people at the con, I'm switching hands again, that we are the island of misfit toys, because we're all freaks, but in the best possible way and in the same way. Like, it's not just about a love for horror. It's just so many of us, I've noticed, suffer from mental illness or social anxiety. As you guys well know, unless you're brand new here, I suffer from pervasive depressive disorder and anxiety. I have my entire life. I saw my first therapist at 7. I am currently in therapy and on 2 medications for it. It's something I deal with every day of my life. And it's just, amazing to me how many people, celebrity and, and guests alike, and vendors, that are in the same boat as I am. And it's like we found our tribe. I literally feel like we found our tribe. And it's just the most beautiful, accepting experience. You just feel embraced from the moment you get there till the moment you leave and beyond. I mean, I have gotten, I want to say at least 15 new Facebook friends since the con, and I only got home yesterday, counting friends that I added at the con on Facebook, but so many friend requests, and it's just the most wonderful feeling to me, because I have relatively few friends that live in my general vicinity of Long Island and in New York that I get to really spend time with. Most of my friends are scattered, and now thanks to con life. And our con life generally consists of 2, maybe 3 events a year. We're not in, a great financial state where we can go, from con to con to con. We have to be really selective in what we choose to do. And we are going to try experiencing new cons in 2020. But Pop Rock and Horror, dude, we're there. We're lifers. We will be there for sure. We've already booked our room. So we're going to be there. And we bought our tickets. We're in like Flynn. But it's just, I don't know. Most of our friends now are con friends. And I only say con friends because we met at the con. It's in no way, like, I'm a person who doesn't compare, like somehow consider internet friends, people you've met on social media, any less than friends you meet anywhere else. I mean, why? Just because you've met someone in real life and went to high school with them, would that mean like that your friendship would be tighter than someone that you've only known online, but you share a lot more with, and you met as a grown up, and you met over shared interests, not just because you have a history together, of knowing each other longer. There are people that I met this weekend that I feel closer to than people that I've known for 25, 30, 40 years. So con friends I simply use as a descriptor, meaning friends that I met initially at cons. It doesn't mean they're any less my heart family. I use that term a lot: heart family, heart sisters, heart brothers, chosen family. I love these people, but a lot of them are in Jersey, in Pennsylvania, in Maryland. They're not around the block that we could just call each other up and say, well, first of all, I wouldn't be calling, I'd be texting, because I don't do the phone for speaking. Very rarely do I talk on the phone. It's just, again, part of my social anxiety. For some reason, talking on the phone just freaks me the hell out. But if we can't just say, let's go meet at Starbucks and have a coffee, let's just go out to dinner. And I hate that. I wish we could. So this is our FaceTime. Going to these events is our FaceTime. We don't take extravagant trips. We don't, I've never left the country in my entire life. I have been to the West Coast exactly twice. And I really have rarely left the East Coast. Probably 4 times, 5 times maybe in my entire life have I left the eastern coast of the United States. So I mean, I don't go on grandiose trips. We save our money and we scrimp and we bust our asses. Brian through his actual work. I do little side hustles that I can do online, like repping for Pura Vida, where I make a tiny commission, doing this YouTube channel, and selling bracelets on my Facebook page. That's how I earn my scratch, and it's not much, but, it's what I can do with the, fucked up brain chemistry I have. But every penny we have, like, I'm realizing now, I don't so much need things. Things are not where it's at. Experiences are where it's at. Being with the people we love, that's where it's at. So, like, for this year, for Christmas, we, forwent, whatever. We didn't do Christmas gifts to each other. Brian got me one little special treat. I legitimately got him nothing, because we said, you know what, whereas before Brian would pay the cost of the trip, and he wouldn't have been able to afford this by himself, I said, you know what, rather than us going out and spending money on each other, we're just gonna, I'm gonna dip into my savings. You're gonna chip in your half, I'm gonna chip in my half. We're gonna split this down the middle, and our Christmas gift to each other is gonna be going to this event. And I couldn't even possibly tell you how much I do not regret that choice. We had the most amazing time, and we literally hardly spent anything on the trip. And because it wasn't about things. The things that we bought for the most part were photos. And I just have to give a shout out to Scott for being genius, to Eric, and oh my God, Matt. I think Eric's partner is Matt from the Pro Photo Op company, for collaboratively coming up with the brilliant idea of the friends and family photo op, which I've never heard of. I've certainly never experienced in any other convention. Basically, you get a professional photo taken with an awesome backdrop with your friends and family, and it's $5 to get a print of the photo. I mean, seriously? You can't buy a freaking cup of coffee at a con for $5. So I am not going to show you. I have, again, we bought a couple of things. I found some things, and we won a thing. But all I am going to show you in this video, because it's what's most important to me, are the photos. I just have them in little sleeves. I want to take them out of the sleeves because I'm hoping that way they won't have as much glare. And this is the one. This was the only non-friends and family one. This cost $80 for this photo op, but it had all 6 of the celebrities in it, and we split it 4 ways. Brian and I each chipped in $20, and our 2 friends, Abby and Bob, chipped in $20. So for $20 a piece, we have this photo now, and then for $5 a piece for extra prints, we all have this amazing photo. To the right, I guess it would be your right. I don't know, first in line, because I can't do right to left when I'm looking and it's reversed. But that's my husband, Brian. That's Jenna Banco. That is Tuesday Night, William Butler, my dear friend Abby, myself, David Howard Thornton, Felissa Rose, Beverly Randolph, and our dear friend Bob. And we have no regrets about splitting the cost of this. This photo means the world to us. I'm going to scan it eventually, probably later, so that I can share it on my Facebook page. But I love it, love it, love it, love it. This is the only one that was not a $5 photo op, you guys. All right, then we have, again, pulling these out of plastic holders. Okay, then we have this one here. And this one features my amazing friends, our amazing friends, Jess and Erin. Erin is the mother of Addison, who has the YouTube channel, and you seriously should sub it, as well as Rick's, and my husband, Brian. And there were props and everything available to us. Yes, I am rocking nerd emoji slippers because that's how I roll. Next up, we have this one here, and this one features Rick Fletcher, who again is the host of the other YouTube channel I'm going to link you to. Our new friend, who is not a new friend. We've known her since Pop Rock and Horror in May, but we didn't like actually hang out with her. We were just like Facebook friends with her, but that's Donna Jean. There's Abby. There is Wisteria, our new friend. That's Nubbins in the front. That's Rick's little companion. And then Brian and myself. I love that. And didn't we get, I thought we got one more. Yeah, we did get one more. Okay, yes. Hold, please. And then there's one more that I jumped in with my friends, Erin, Trey, and Addison, and Chuck and Jess at the party. And I'll tell you about the party too. But I didn't get a print of that one. I should have. But Erin posted it on Facebook, so I can save it that way. And then this is the other one that we got. And that one is featuring Michelle Hewitt, who is the con runner, I guess you would say, with her husband, Scott, myself, my husband, Brian, Abby, and Rick. And in the front is our friend, Martha. And again, how awesome are these pictures? $5, you guys. What con can you get anything for $5 at? Like I said, coffee is more than $5. So those are so special to me. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the actual party. What we did on New Year's Eve night, and again, Scott just freaking hit it out of the park with this. You can see my hand. Okay, we're going to do both hands that way. I can hold it a little better because I'm a weakling, obviously, and sorry for my eyeglass glare. And yeah, I wish I could learn where I'm supposed to look when I hold the camera this way. Okay, I could do it this way. Oh, that's actually a lot better. There's no glare now. You could probably see my double chins, but whatever. You don't have to look at my glare in my glasses. But anyway, so New Year's Eve night itself, there was so much going on. There was a dinner buffet. There was a DJ. There was dancing. There was karaoke. There was some awesome comedy. I don't know the name of the guy that opened, unfortunately, but the main headliner for comedy was our friend Craig. He was hilarious. And there were door prizes, and there were fun chocolate celebrations bottles with candies in them on the table and Hershey Kisses. And we just had a blast. I actually did karaoke twice with groups of amazing friends. And yes, both groups featured not only a 4-year-old and a 9-year-old, but a dog. So yeah, they're amazing. I would post them on here, but I would get dinged for copyright infringement because obviously we don't have the rights to the music, yada, 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 boo, boo, hoo. But we sang Mamma Mia, and then at Addison, my 4-year-old friend's request, we also did Let It Go. But these groups consisted of myself, Felissa Rose, David Howard Thornton, Brooke, and Addison. One of them had my friend Steve. One of them had my friend Trey, and his little dog too. Shout out to Fluff. We had my friend Sam, who is Felissa's agent and such an awesome person, as I mentioned. Oh God, did I get everybody? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, no. In the princesses, we also had Gretchen. I didn't want to forget Gretchen, who is another new friend. But you guys, we had such a blast. It was so much fun. I can't even tell you. And then at the end of the party, after the ball dropped, we had a fabulous surprise. A young, beautiful blonde named Anastasia took the stage, and Felissa, oh so generously, poured some pig's blood over her head a la Carrie style. And it was so freaking epic. Shout out to Anastasia, because, girlfriend, I cannot even stand the feeling of wet hair on my back after I take a shower. I literally have to put it up in a towel turban like within seconds. It just skeeves me out. So the idea that she had this pig's blood all over her body, I mean, they tried to clean her up as best they could quickly, but man, shout out to her. That was so much fun. And I just think that's so kick-ass that she did that. It was a fun, really fun surprise. And then there was a breakfast buffet at midnight, and just so much stuff. And then, of course, the con stuff, you know, the vendors and the celebrities, and catching up and chatting with friends, and just all the fun partying. Oh my gosh. I mean, we did so much. We swam in the pool, and I drank nothing the whole weekend, by the way. That was a conscious decision made, but prompted by the fact that I got way too shit-faced at an event a couple weeks ago. I was like, yeah, I just drank too much because I get social anxiety sometimes, and there were drink tickets, and it was not a good scene for Carrie. So I made my husband and myself a promise I was not going to drink a single thing this weekend, and I didn't. And I still had the time of my life, and I wasn't scared at all. I was never intimidated or uncomfortable, because I was surrounded by people that I love, who love me unconditionally. And that is the vibe that is propagated by Scott and Michelle and everyone involved in this con, all the volunteers, Scott's great kids, just everybody that, from top to bottom. Just there was nothing, that Scott and Michelle could have done to make everybody feel more comfortable and accepted and loved and safe and protected than they did. It was just so magical. It's like, I worried after the first Pop Rock and Horror, like, can you catch lightning in a bottle twice? Believe me, we did. And it was amazing. And I think Brian actually checked on the calendar to see how many days until Pop Rock and Horror 2. It's in May. It's towards the end of May. My birthday's May 10th, so I'm super stoked because I get to do that again during my birthday month. So that'll be amazing and fun. And we don't even know all the guests yet. There have only been a few guest announcements made so far. And it's like, it's irrelevant because I know everybody that Scott invites. He's very selective in who he chooses to have at his con as far as the talent. And, it's people that are willing to work with him regarding reasonable pricing for everybody, because he wants to keep prices, fair and reasonable and doable, so that you can, get photos and autographs with the celebs. He doesn't bring on any talent that charges more than $40 for a combo, which is a table photo and an autograph. I mean, that is, as to my knowledge, unheard of at conventions. I've only been to a few, but I've never heard of anything that amazing in my life. And I respect Scott so much for that. I love him for being so fan friendly and making sure that this is something that is, affordable for people to do. Because, I mean, Brian and I live in New York, Gettysburg, I'm just going to say Virginia. Sorry. Shout out to Pennsylvania, PA. Gettysburg is in Pennsylvania. Williamsburg is Virginia. But anyway, Gettysburg, for us, ideally, like with no traffic, we could probably get there in about 4 hours. But hello, it's New York. There's always traffic. Generally takes about 4.5 to 5 hours. So obviously there's nights at a hotel involved. There's meals involved. But he picked a great hotel that, the cost of the stay during this event, I don't know if this is an always thing, but during the event, it includes free breakfast, which is a huge money saver in and of itself. Everything is just, conveniently located. There were some issues, but that was only hotel issues. Scott and Michelle did everything amazing. So, yeah, I mean, I can't fault them for anything. The hotel has a couple things they need to work on, but Scott's handling that. And believe me, if they're smart, they will, straighten up and fly right, because they do not want to lose this convention. It's such a great group of people. And, I'm sure it does really well for them too, to have us there. So, anyway, but, yeah, so if I missed anybody by name shouting people out, I deeply apologize. You guys know who you are. I love you so, so, so much. I cannot wait to see you again in May. I'm pretty sure everybody that was there in terms of fans, I think everyone is going to be back. A lot of my other friends who did not make this con are going to be attending the one in May. Celebrity wise, so far none of these guests have been announced as returning, but one never knows. But again, I'm super stoked to meet the guests that will be there, and I know that each of these 6 people I will see again in my life. 4 of them, like I said, were previous friends before this event, and I'm just so, so, so stoked to see them all again. We never say the G word. We always say see you later, because I know we will. We will meet again, no doubt, on the con circuit. But yeah, Pop Rock and Horror is such an extraordinary event, you guys. I urge you to check out the Pop Rock and Horror Facebook page for more information. I believe the website might also be poprockandhorror.com, but I'm not 100% certain. So go in the search bar, just look for Pop Rock and Horror, and you will find it on Facebook. You get more information there. There should be the link to the website. The tickets are so reasonable, you guys. You can purchase your tickets now. The hotel does have a block of rooms that they reserve at a Pop Rock and Horror rate. So if you do choose to stay at the hotel, definitely let them know you're there for the convention and you want that rate, and you will get, you know, a very reasonably priced room. It's extraordinary. Even if you're not a horror fan, but you just feel like, you know, you're kind of like left of center and you're trying to find your tribe, you may very well find your tribe at this con, because I certainly did. And that is no small thing in my world. As someone who's felt like a freak since birth, like I just was never going to fit in anywhere. I was just the biggest loser, you know, super ugh, super awkward, nerdy, shy, you know, everything that was considered bad. I was all those things and more, or so I thought. You know, I'm starting to see otherwise, but yeah, you definitely, you just, if you've ever felt those things, check this con out. I'm telling you, you're going to have so much fun. But again, I can't say it enough. I love you, Hewitt family, Scott, Michelle, Cameron, Shane, and of course, last but not least, my Brookie. You guys are amazing. Shout out to the Moyers and Erin in particular for all the work that she does. She is a moderator on the Pop Rock and Horror Facebook page, and that's just super, super fun for connecting with people. A lot of these people I knew by name and just by, you know, a little bit by like pictures that they posted, but met for the first time at this event. And we're like the Island of Misfit Toys. We're a dysfunctional family, emphasis on the FUN. So join us in May, I urge you. But yeah, and again, and much love to Felissa and Bevy and Tuesday and Jenna and David and William for being so freaking rad. You're just all awesome people. You all of my friends, celebrity friends, fellow con goers, vendors, and of course the Hewitts, you are all in my heart space forever. You know this. And please, again, forgive me if I didn't shout you out by name. Believe me, my heart is holding you right now. I can't wait to see you guys again in May. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, please check out Pop Rock and Horror on Facebook. Please check out Rick and Addison's YouTube channels and sub them. They're amazing. They're 2 of the best friends in the whole wide world, and I just love them. And yeah, that's it. I've rambled long enough, but I'll be back soon with more stuff. I love you guys so, so much. Happy 2020. And yeah, that's about it. As I said, I'll be back soon with more stuff. Bye, guys.